Jesus had come from 2 days in Samaria after his discussion with the woman at the well. He was going home to Galilee after being in Jerusalem, where he had performed signs and miracles. When Jesus arrives in his hometown, he was welcomed because expectations were running high. Remember, this was the place Jesus had turned water to wine, so his miracle power was known. But as you sometimes see today, when people rise above their humble beginnings, some refuse to accept them. In Galilee, they knew his entire family, believing someone so special could not come from such a humble origin. I think it's safe to say that this community was skeptically curious. On the other hand, the royal official in this text was not. He was a Jewish official of high status. His son was deathly ill with a fever. This was a panicked father. Jesus is his only hope. He rushes the 20 miles from Capernaum, where he lives, to Cana of Galilee, where he had heard Jesus was. He cannot know whether his son is still alive or whether he has died during his nearly 8-hour journey to meet Jesus. When he finds Jesus, he has only one thing on his mind: getting Jesus to come back to Capernaum with him and quickly as possible to save his son. When he finds Jesus, he pleads with him to return immediately. Our Lord's response to the official is puzzling given the dire need. Jesus says, "Unless you people see signs and wonders, you will never believe." Jesus is speaking to a larger audience than just the royal official. His words were words of rebuke. These Galileans didn't really believe in him as the Messiah. They simply know of the signs he has performed and want to see the show. Jesus rightly rebukes them for their interest only in his miracles and not in taking to heart what these signs signify. Jesus was not here to satisfy their curiosity. He needed them to focus on the deeper meaning of his ministry, just as modern Christians need to not focus on the superficial trappings of church. We need to focus on the deeper meaning of our faith and walk with Jesus. While this general rebuke by Jesus included the royal official, this was not about to cause him to turn around. He was not going to let his son die, and he knew that Jesus was his only hope. He believed that Jesus was able to heal his son, and so he persisted with his request. We modern Christians are sometimes called upon to be persistent in our faith in order to endure the challenges that confront us daily. When the royal official arrived, apparently he believed that Jesus must be at his son's side to heal him and not 20 miles away. Remember, he begged Jesus to return home with him. The official, however, didn't get what he asked for exactly. Jesus did not volunteer to return to Capernaum with him. Jesus now says to this official, "Go home. Your son will live." And the official goes home. The panicked father is relieved and goes home. This man's faith seems to grow in the few moments he's pleading with Jesus, and so the official leaves to return to his son, believing the word of our Lord. While on his way, the royal official is met by his servant with the news that the boy will live. Obviously, relief and joy come over him. Then the father starts putting the pieces together. He recognizes the relationship between the words of Jesus and the words of his servant. The ruler starts to question, has Jesus spoken as a prophet, assuring him that the child will not die? Or did Jesus produce a miracle, long distance, healing as he spoke some 8 hours earlier. The ruler then poses this question: just exactly what time was it when the boy suddenly improved? They tell him it was 1 o'clock when the fever broke. Then the ruler knows for certain, for he knows that 1 o'clock was the time Jesus assured him of the child's well-being, a miracle brought about by our Lord merely speaking. And he and his household believed. Our faith should grow as we know the word of our Lord and walk our faith journey. That's the lesson for this week. Have a great week. Bye.